Hamas is not in control of the West Bank, correct?
No, Hamas is in control of the Gaza Strip.
200 Palestinians, 200 Palestinians, including 52 children, have been killed by Israeli forces and another 8 by Israeli settlers since October the 7th, after a period which was already especially deadly in 2022 and 2023.
Michelle, you asked me to answer a question about proportionality, and then you once took the question towards the casualty figures, and then
I'm also asking you about the West Bank, because we've reported from the West Bank, and President Biden is amongst the people very concerned about what's been happening in the West Bank. Why are so many Palestinians dying in the West Bank?
Michelle, you asked a question about Israel's proportionality in our campaign to defeat Hamas in the Gaza Strip in response to the October 7th massacre, and I'm trying to answer your question.
And we've spent much of this interview on the subject of Gaza. What's your answer to why so many Palestinians are?
Are you satisfied that Israel's response is proportionate? Or do I need
why are so many Palestinians dying in the West Bank?
Well, I want to know whether the answer I gave you is satisfactory, or whether you would like further clarification.
It's not for me to say whether an answer is satisfactory or not. I've just asked you a question about the West Bank.
Okay, well, I hope that the answer that I've presented about Israel's proportionate response.
Are you not willing to answer questions about the West Bank?
The situation in the West Bank is that Hamas has been trying to escalate the conflict beyond the borders of the Gaza Strip, towards Lebanon, towards the West Bank, towards Yemen. We are doing everything we can to try to contain that conflict so it doesn't escalate further as Hamas tries to escalate it and widen that conflict.
Hamas was in the shower. Hamas was on the sofa.
People, is 200 Palestinians, including 52 children, have been killed by Israeli forces in a preemption of Hamas trying to move in there? Is that what you're saying?
No, these figures are clearly deeply upsetting. I'm not familiar with the individual circumstances of them. I understood we're going on
Perhaps
today.
You should be, as the Israeli government spokesperson.
Well, we are in a war at the moment inside the Gaza Strip in response to the October 7th massacre, the worst terror attack in world history after 9/11.
An Israeli newspaper is reporting that an Israeli army helicopter may have fired on partygoers at the dance festival that was attacked by Hamas fighters on October the 7th. More than 360 people were killed at the festival in southern Israel.
And we're determined at the moment of focusing on destroying Hamas so it can never again perpetrate atrocities like that against our people, not from Gaza, not from anywhere else.
Elon Levy, thank you.
And you know what? Let's for a minute imagine a world without Hamas.
Right.
What will this world look like? Let's give this word a name, and let's name this word the West Bank. Hamas has absolutely no control in the West Bank, and since the beginning of this year, only through August, 37 Palestinian kids were killed. No music festival, no paragliding, no Hamas.